Well, not today's. I've done other videos today, but this video talks about the end of the world. The end of the world is near. You know, it's coming. The end of the world. What do I mean by the end of the world? Well, I actually mean a couple of things. I could mean the end of the world in the sense that, you know, the world will end or cease to exist. Also, what I could mean is the end of the world as we know it. Um, Without getting into religion per se, because I actually don't want to do this video about religion or God or scripture or whatnot. Um, what I want to do this video about is basically, and this is like the only thing that I'm gonna say that is like about religion. I believe that the end is near. I believe that we Christians will be taken up in the rapture, so we won't have to go through it. You know, that's what I believe. But there will be people that will remain, you know, here. And you know, you might not like the term the you know the tribulation period, but it is. You guys are going to go through a tribulation period. Now, even though like us Christians, we believe that we're not gonna be here when basically when the shit hits the fan. I believe as a prepper, I believe that we should be prepared because even though we might escape the bulk of it, we're still gonna get hit by a couple of things. It's gonna get uncomfortable. It's gonna get hard, you know, and we don't know, what's gonna happen. And this doesn't just go out to Christians. This goes out to everybody. Um, the fact that the U.S. government is sending so much money in the form of stimulus checks and mind you, who doesn't like receiving some money, of course, but the reality is it's a lot of money. It's a lot. Mind you, jobs only pay minimum wage. The government, when people get benefits, benefits get cut because things are tight, the economy is tight, and all of a sudden people receiving so much money. Let me tell you, 1,200 here, 600 there, $1,400 to every single person in the United States, including Puerto Rico and Hawaii and the territories. That's a lot of money. And my fear is that this is going to provoke an economic collapse. That's my fear. Um, that's why I said it might be the end of the world as we know it. I've seen a lot of people get the stimulus checks and buy cars and buy motorcycles and spend it on trivial things. And I know, some people are just enjoying their money. I've chosen not to go that route because I believe that all of those people that bought these cars, that bought these things, are wasting their money. I've built my solar system, I've built my rainwater harvesting system, and I'm actually developing and working on it a little better. I'm investing my money in me and my wife's security, which also includes my daughter, even though my daughter doesn't live with us, she lives with her mom. But when the shit hits the fan, people are gonna run to where security is at, which will be here. My goal with the stimulus checks is prepping, having solar, having water, having a pantry, having emergency things. That is what I am planning on. Any money that I get for stimulus check or whatnot, preparing for the downfall. I have a belief that the United States is headed for a crash similar to that of Venezuela. And when it does hit, and I believe that it will, I want to be one of the few that isn't really suffering what everybody else is suffering. We're planning on, using the stimulus checks for home defense, And when I say home defense, I'm not only speaking about guns. I'm speaking about any other type of home defense, alarm systems, lighting, surveillance, that type of stuff. Because when the shit hits the fan, there's gonna be a lot of desperate people. You know, um, might sound kind of crazy to you guys, but if you go to the I believe, I don't know if it was the CDC, I think it was CDC.gov, and they actually have a plan. The CDC actually has a plan for a zombie apocalypse. Now, don't think that I'm crazy. I don't think that people are going to turn into zombies. I think that when we get to these bad situations, um, basically the zombies are just going to be regular people looking for food, looking for, you know, included in that are going to be drug addicts who desperately need drugs, and food, um and I think we're headed to some really really tough times. And I think that if you are a father of a family or a husband, you have an obligation to be wise during these times and receive that money that is coming in and use it wisely, and because you're gonna regret it. If you spend that money on a new car, or on stuff that really isn't important, once the shit hits the fan, once the economy crashes, you're gonna look at that car and you're gonna like, man, I just threw my money away in that garbage. You're gonna actually regret it. Because you didn't focus on the important things, which is, power, electric, to have a little generator, to have some solar, to have a pantry, to have some stuff stocked up for a couple of months or maybe a year. You know, um, a lot of things can happen in a year. You have to know what you're gonna do. You have to have cleaning products, especially Clorox. You can use it to purify water or just to keep your area clean. That'll prevent diseases. Um, a lot of people don't think about sewage. Once the shit hits the fan, if there's no power, there's no the sewage systems, they're gonna back up. All that shit's gonna come out your toilet and come out of your sink. You know, what are you going to do with your feces? What are you going to do with that? So that's why I think that it's important for people to, now that they're receiving their stimulus checks, watch some YouTube channels, download some prepping channels and information on a USB drive so that you can have access to this information after the internet and everything goes down. What's the worst that can happen? Things stay normal, then that's fine. Thank God. I hope things stay normal. Who wants an apocalypse to come? But what's worse than apocalypse coming is not being prepared when the apocalypse comes. That's worse. In terms of water, have some kind of backup plan, water filtration. Right now, online on eBay, there's these things called the Life Straw, and it's basically like a little straw thing, and you could basically, in an emergency, drink water out of a lake, and it filters out like 99% of everything. These are survival things, guys, and we're in some scary times. Last night I had a dream, and was just the only thing I remember about a dream is that in the dream it said China, both Chinas merged. That's that was the dream. Both Chinas merged. Um, what that has to do with anything, I don't know. Does that have to do with end time prophecy? Was it God saying that? I don't know. The day before yesterday, I had a dream that I was in Dominican Republic, and these planes were crashing all out of the blue. So it's been in this week. I've had these two dreams that, as a Christian, many people might see it as prophetic dreams. Maybe, or maybe it's just a dream. But the reality is, man, we are in some end time, and even atheists that don't believe in God can attest that things are just don't feel quite right. because we're entering a different season. And this whole thing with the stimulus check and all, and so much money just going out there. I mean, why is the government just giving money and giving out money and giving out money? I mean, I understand the pandemic, but a lot of these things don't add up. And it seems to me that the purpose isn't really to help people, but rather to crash the economy, to destroy the United States in order to impose a new world order, a new world currency, a new world government. That's my belief. Call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, but it's just not right. It's not normal. So much money being just given out for free. Like if this was a party, everybody getting money, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy I'm getting it, but I'm investing that. I'm investing the money in security, in life security, and in prepping and getting ready for what's coming. And I think, the goodness of God, is allowing us that in spite of all these things, is allowing us to, whoever doesn't have money in the past to prep, it's like now, hey, you got no excuse. Take advantage. So, anyways, that's basically my message. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. This I didn't want to turn this into some warmongering, scary video. Basically, at the end of the day, um, all I wanted was for you guys to realize that when you get your money, especially in these times, don't blow it, man. Don't blow it. You're gonna need it. You know, I mean, enjoy some of it, but prep. Have a backup plan. Please have a backup plan. You know, but the better prepared you are, the less you're gonna suffer. If anything happens, power outage or collapse of the government or collapse of the economy, we don't know. Just be ready, guys. Be ready. Take care, man. God bless you all, and just think of these things that I'm telling you. Don't waste your money, guys. Don't waste it.